Here. Here. Feel. Here. Feel. Think.
Seeing as you're new around here, let's start you off with an easy job that'll help you get your bearings, eh? It just so happens it's feeding time for the chocobos. Grab yourself a few bunches of broadleaf gishel greens from the pile beside the field there and stick them in the feeding troughs. Bit Branch is a big place, mind, so don't go missing any. Off you trot then. I can feed chocobos. Thank you for doing out the greens, Falketh. I trust you got a rough idea how the place is laid out while you were at it. Good. Here at Bit Branch, we nurture our chocobos from the egg to young adulthood, so you might say we have them for the duration of their formative years. 'Tis back-breaking work keeping the birds free of illness and injury, and I'm sure me fellow workers will appreciate any help you can give them. 7 hells, some bastard Girin has come and broken one of me chocobo eggs. The filthy little thief was busy looting the barn when a guard startled it, prompting the damn thing to drop the egg. It was clutch it and run. Some of the lads gave chase, bless 'em, but when 3 more of the vermin appeared, me lot had no choice but to turn back. Something has to be done about those Girin? Would you mind heading over to the matron's levy and having a word with a soldier named Rosaline for me? The Ratman nest in her neck of the woods. See, she'll know what to do. Sense. You're here on Keitha's behalf. I see. Broke one of her eggs, you say, and there were 4 of the creatures? They are a nuisance at the best of times, but we must now add trespass and chocobo murder to their list of transgressions. They have forced our hand. Our retribution must needs be swift and decisive. And who better than you to deliver it, adventurer? Find the lair to the west of here and make an example of exactly 4 Kirin scramblers. We can send no clearer message. One more. The deed is done. Good. A grim task, but a necessary one. You have shown them the folly of inciting the wrath of those who consort with adventurers. Perhaps now the Kirin will think twice before giving in to their lachranious proclivities. Oh there, adventurer. You seem light on your feet. Fancy a quick skip along the route of the heavens pillar here. I need someone to pick off a blue trumpet or 2. I know what you're thinking. It's not more than a mushroom, so why the commotion? I'll tell you why. You allow that fungal menace to multiply, and within a moon they'll be covering the whole damn route and rotting the wood clear through. Just watch your step while you're up there, though. The dire mites on the ground won't waste any time adding insult to falling injuries. Once you're done, head up to the top end of the route and report to Theodore. He'll be glad to hear someone's taking care of one of his more dreaded chores. Oh, you've cleared the route of the blue trumpets? Wonderful! To be quite honest, I have this teeny tiny problem with heights. No, this is not my ideal posting, but we all do what we must. Keeping the route passable is an important job, you see. It's one of the few ways folks can traverse the central shroud since the calamity all but split the area in twain. It is not perhaps the easiest pathway to walk, but there are those who believe the will of the matron herself caused this tendril of a heavens pillar to remain thus suspended that it might serve the forest people. I'm rather fond of the notion myself. It is regrettably my duty to stand watch over the road from here to Bent Branch Meadows. The branch has become a veritable institution of Gridania, so any threats to its continued operation are taken quite seriously by the wood whalers. Which reminds me, mayhap it was my imagination, but I believe I caught a glimpse of some shadowy fellow not too long ago. Would you mind passing word to Rosalina down below? I would go myself, but, well, it's hard enough marshalling the courage to walk the roof of my shift. A shadowy fellow. Now that you mention it, I may have seen something. I dismissed it as a trick of the light before, but I thought I saw a shadow in the forest to the north. Still, I suspect it's nothing more than a Kirin thief on the run. If you must sate your curiosity by all means investigate. Should you actually find something of note, I would like very much to see it. Have you found something? I sure have. Remnants of a campfire and a forgotten bag. This could belong to any adventurer or traveler. And inside we have a chocobo grooming brush and roseling oil? But wait, why would a traveler make a camp here when it would be far safer to beg the hospitality of Bent Branch Meadows? Bugger me, I think this belongs to that stranger said to be meddling with the chocobos. Thank you, adventurer. We have been lax in our duties, but no longer. I swear we will find this shadow. We cannot allow other sentries to dismiss similar sightings. They must know what we have learned. To that end, I've prepared this letter containing everything we know about our mysterious stranger. I need you to show it to my comrades throughout the shroud. Once each sentry has committed the details to memory, have them write their name at the bottom for confirmation. Start with Elmar at the Bannock, then find Bernard at the eastern gates of Bent Branch Meadows. They ought to relay the information to the others. Finally, make sure Ilgar sees the letter. He stands watch within the stables, so if this stranger's aim is to harm the chocobos, Ilgar may have to personally put an end to it. You don't look like you're here for training. I are not. A shadowy figure. Understood. I'll pass word to the recruits as well as the sentries. Let me just make my mark. There, that should do. If you follow the road south, you'll find Bernard by the bridge to Bent Branch. Godspeed, adventurer. You have business with me, adventurer? I do. Rosaline is right to be cautious. For this stranger to venture so close, yet to go to such great lengths to remain undetected, it is highly suspicious. They clearly have designs on Bent Branch. We appreciate the help. I should write my name here, yes? Ah, here, take it. You'll find Ilgar in the stables past the Aetheryte. Mind the birds, adventurer. They get nervous around strangers. I'm not a stranger, I've been feeding them. What's this? A shadowy stranger near the matron's levee? You've already shown this to Bernard and Elmar? I see. Good. Then all that's left is to inform the staff here. Not everyone here is a wood whaler, true, but even our stable boys wouldn't hesitate to take up arms to defend these chocobos. You're quite the compassionate adventurer by the sound of it. Well, far be it from me to look a gift chocobo in the mouth. I have need of a capable man like yourself. We received a peddler at the gates the other day, an excitable Lalafell that was sweating and swearing that he had been attacked by large winged beasts. Yet, other than hornets, I know of no flying creatures in this region. If there's any truth to what he said, it might prove problematic for other travelers. Follow the road south and see if you can find any evidence to support his claim. And should you find something, kindly tell Lothair to patrol his area sometime instead of just standing beneath the spire and staring at the God's damned road in those words. Seeing as you're here, I've got a favor to ask. Gather me 6 seeds from those plant-like monsters they call roselets. The oil from them roselet seeds has a calming effect on skittish chocobos. See, any wrangler worth her salt usually has a jar or two lying around. I thought the stock I had would last me a good while, but lately the birds have been as restless as a summer storm. Chocobos are sensitive creatures at the best of times, and it ain't unusual for them to act a shade agitated all of a sudden. But this is something else. You'll find them roselets I mentioned up near Galvaneth's Spire. Go on now, time's a-wasting. Get out of this. Oh no! Beating of wings. These would be our winged beasts. Get out of here. Get out of here. You are no match for the might of the Lancer. A northern vulture, too? And they were defending a nest? Well, perhaps we could omit the last detail from any official reports. I would rather not give Islegar any further cause to be cross. Thank you for slaying the beast. You may rest assured that I will not permit this to happen again. I must admit that Islegar is right, and that this road has grown too hazardous for travelers. Since you have shown yourself to be so adept at slaying beasts, perhaps you could be of further assistance. I would have you journey to the Tamtara Deepcroft and slay the magicked bones which have escaped from within. So you want me to go kill skeletons? I'm down to kill skeletons. I have no problem with this. These abominations are beginning to wander as far as the main road, and I have had to rescue several wagons from their mindless assaults. Even a slight reduction in their numbers would improve the situation. It is no small feat to face the walking dead. The road is much safer now, thanks to you. Such an unnatural thing for the fallen to rise again, and in such great numbers. Those who perished in the calamity deserve to rest in peace, yet something or someone has roused them from their slumber. I have another task for you, adventurer. I need you to head to the hedge tree to the southwest of here and speak with Heer Leone. After tending to the hedge tree, the Heer was scheduled to board a boat from the Mirror Planks. I need to go to the Mirror Planks. Well, the vessel's departure time has come and gone, but there is still no sign of her. Knowing how absorbed the Hearer becomes in her work, I am not unduly concerned. Armella, however, was responsible for organizing Leone's transportation and is likely wondering if her wayward passenger is ever going to arrive. Perhaps a gentle reminder is in order. Yes, what troubles you, my dear? Ah, yes, the boat. I had quite forgotten. Oh, my task with the hedge tree is well and finished, but the elementals murmur of a malevolent presence in the vicinity of the Tamtara Deepcroft. I must abide a while longer, that I might better divine the source of the elemental's distress. Please inform Armella that I shall be late in arriving. You bear a message from Heer Leone, an evil presence in the Deepcroft? That does sound grave indeed. I shall organize a vessel for a later time. Then perhaps a bell from now, 2. Better make it 3, just to be safe. Thank you for your trouble. I am told that adventurers are valiant heroes who bite their thumbs at danger and scoff in the face of death. Do such rumors hold any truth? I certainly hope they do, for I would ask you to confront the creatures known as marshlights. They began appearing in this area and not long after the calamity. Now, night after night, the creatures assail every living thing they come across with showers of fiery sparks. They seem fond of flames, and I dare not build a fire for fear of drawing them upon me. I shudder to imagine how much worse it must be for the poor hearers. Their duties require that they ofttimes travel at night, you see, and they can scarce make do without their lanterns. But it is the marshlights' fondness for flames that may yet prove their downfall in this pot. I have placed a smoldering coal. Use it to start a fire at Lilystone and lure the creatures to you, putting them down as they arrive. Ah yes, and be wary of the local, wildlife as you make your way to Lilystone. Okay. Interesting. Is this sanctuary?